Motivated and skilled technicians prefer flat rates. It's a great system to be on, and you can make money, more money on flat rate than you can as an hourly technician. So first off, what is flat rate pay? Flat rate pay is like our hourly pay on steroids, okay? So that's the best way I can explain it. Flat rate pay is you get your hourly rate, but you can make more than just your hourly rate during that hour. So it's like hourly pay on steroids. Okay, so you have an agreed upon hourly rate. Okay, so we're going to use some numbers. We're going to throw some numbers out here to help it easier to be understand. But I like using round numbers because it's easier to do math. You know, so like $10 an hour for $20 an hour, something like that. So the industry has set times. The industry's done these time studies on different repairs, like doing water pumps or throttle bodies or intake manifolds or pulling an engine in and out. They've done these time studies to determine how much time it takes each of these jobs, and they've agreed to put it in a standard, what they call it workshop standards or work time, labor time standards, or whatever you want to call it. It is a agreed upon time that the industry has said, we're going to get this much pay for doing this much work on this particular job. So I like to use water pumps because it's easy to understand. Everybody knows what a water pump is. They don't really know exactly how it works or where it's located on a car or how much time it takes to do one, but I like to use water pumps. So now you can increase your hourly pay by being more productive and being able to do more work. Okay, that's how flat rate becomes like hourly pay on steroids. Okay, you can even double your pay per hour if you get fast enough and good enough. You buy the right tools and you increase your skills enough, you can get double of what your hourly rate is. So let's use a 2006 Mustang. Ford Motor Company did a time study to changing out a water pump, okay? So they do this time study and they say, okay, we're gonna pay 3 hours to do this water pump on this Mustang. And that's our agreed upon time. We'll put it in a book, we'll put it in writing. This is what we'll pay, okay? So you as a technician, get out there and you do that job. And the first time you get one, you're not as good. You don't have all the tools. Maybe you need a specific wrench, or you need a specific socket, or you need a power tool, or you need something to make this job faster. But you do the job with what you have. You wrenched it off instead of having a ratchet and a socket. You put it all back together. You cleaned it up, and you've got it done. And let's say Ford said we would pay 3 hours on this Mustang water pump, but it took you 5 hours. Let's say that your hourly rate is $20 and you got paid 3 hours, so that's $60 you got paid to do this water pump, but it took you 5 hours to do the job. So you take $60 divided by 5, you made $12 an hour. All right, so this is kind of like an anti-steroid, right? I mean, who wants to make $12 when you're supposed to be making $20 an hour? But wait a minute. Second time you get that job, now you know a little bit more about it. And you maybe bought a wrench that you needed because you didn't have it the first time, or a socket that you didn't have the first time. And you kind of remember how everything goes, so you don't have to go back and look at the workshop manual as much. And you're able to take it apart and put it back together because you know where all the pieces go because you've had it apart and put it back together once. And now, this time you did the job in 3.5 hours. Okay, so now you're $60 at 3.5 hours. You still went a little bit over the 3 hours agreed, but you're getting closer. You're probably, what, $18, $19 an hour now, and you're a little bit happier. But now you figured out, hey, if I got this tool, or I did it with this socket, or I did it with this wrench, or I had an electric impact, and I bought that, and now the next time you do the job, you get it done in 2 hours. And you get really good at it after you've done it 4 or 5 times, and now you're doing it in an hour and a half. So if you did the job in 2 hours and you got paid $60, now you're making $30 an hour. This is where that hourly pay on steroids comes in. You did the job in 2, Ford agreed to pay 3, You got $20 an hour, you got $60, and in 2 hours, now you're making $30 an hour instead of $20 an hour, your agreed upon labor rate, right? So now you're making more money. Now you go to where you're going to be doing it in an hour and a half. Now you're going to be getting paid $60 for an hour and a half. And if you do the math on that, you're making about $40 an hour. So what job can you have in this industry, in this world, to where you can agree, I'm going to work for $20 an hour, but I'm going to get good enough and skilled enough that I'm going to turn that 20 into 60. That's what flat rate is. It's like hourly pay on steroids. That's what's so good about flat rate, okay? Flat rate's a great system to be on, and you can make money, more money on flat rate than you can as an hourly technician. I'm Brad McClure. I hope this helped you understand a flat rate system. I am the Ford Technical Recruiting Liaison. I help people get jobs at dealerships. If you'd like to become a Ford technician, you'd like to learn more about it, you'd like to find out about some education programs or how to go to work at a dealership and let them educate you and train you, give me a call, 918-928-7433, or email me at fordokptc@gmail.com. This is a good job. This is a good career to be in. Pays well. It's got good job satisfaction, job security. You can do this. I did it. You can do it. You can make a good living at it. And this is no joke. It's a pretty good profession. Have a great day.